5, 4, 3, 2. Rep Your City podcast coming live from Las Vegas with your girl, April Showers. We going live currently on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm waiting for some of my followers to join. Hey.
Your call could not be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial it.
So I'm thinking everything is running. I'm just going to go ahead and record. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking I'm live. If you can hear me, I would like to hear you. Yes, it's showing the 2 check marks. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Then I'm going to wait for my followers to join me. This is the Rep Your City podcast coming live from Las Vegas. If you can't rep your city, then what city do you rep? If you can't rep your city, then what city do you rep? So this is your girl April Showers live from Las Vegas with the Rep Your City podcast version. And we naming today's little segment Takeaway Tuesdays. So this is Takeaway Tuesdays. The first Takeaway Tuesday ever. We're gonna take away Tuesdays. There's a lot of stuff that we need to take away from what occurred. So we're gonna just go ahead and just jump into it. So I'm live from Las Vegas because I went to the game week 15 with the NFL. Yeah, it's 2 chicks. So pardon it. Yeah, week 15. I'm live from Vegas. The Falcons played the Raiders week 15 of the NFL. And of course we got that W. It was an ugly win, but a win is a win. I don't care how it look, as long as it's a win. Like, ding, ding, ding. That's another segment we're going to have. We're going to have a ding, ding, ding. Because a lot of people need to be ding, ding, ding. It need to be a ding, ding, ding situation going on. Because a lot of people don't be, you just got to tap ding, ding, ding. But yeah, takeaways Tuesdays. So again, I'm here in Vegas. because I was attending the Raiders game, week 15 of the NFL, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Las Vegas Raiders. And of course, we came up with a W. A lot of people don't like that W. They said it was ugly, and it was. It was just wet, just ugly. But I'm glad we got that win. I really appreciate that win because a lot of people, and that's what I want to start off with. I want to start off by saying, like, the city came full force into Las Vegas. So that's how we're gonna jump off the little segment. Tuesday takeaways. Tuesdays takeaways. This is your girl April Showers with the Rep Your City. So I said I'm live from Las Vegas. I was here for week 15 for the Falcons versus the Raiders, and we came with that dub. So everybody had pretty much had made their plans anyway to come to Las Vegas, and we got a bonus. We got a bonus game because the Hawks played in the NBA Cup against the Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. Unfortunately, you know, the Hawks, we fell a little short, but that was that was just a good, like, I consider it a blessing. That was a good blessing. You were already going to be in Vegas for the Falcons game. Then, lo and behold, you know, the Hawks came in town to play for the NBA Cup against Milwaukee, but, you know, we fell short or whatever on it. But I just want to say, like, the city really, really came up. Like, I thought, you know, a lot of people was going to come to Vegas, but I did not expect all those people to show up. Like, it felt like a New Orleans game. Because one thing about it, two things for sure. The Atlanta Falcons will invade New Orleans. Like, that's just a normal. But it was just, like, crazy. It was crazy that the Atlanta Falcons fans came and I'm talking about in droves. Like, I want to give a big shout out to the city on that and all the Atlanta Falcon fans. I met people that, you know, are, you know, diehard Falcons fans from Augusta. I met, some couples from Augusta, South Georgia. Some of the names I can't even, God bless me with prosperity, peace, and love. But I can't even remember some of the small towns that people came in, but it was red and black in Vegas. I'm talking about all over Vegas. So I want to definitely start off by giving a shout out to the city. Like, the city came up, the city came out, and we got that W. How ugly that win may have looked, it don't matter. If it's an ugly win, it's a win, win, win. But we definitely, I'm going to break down, like, my Tuesday takeaways of the game. Now, I do want to say, like, our O-line was like crazy soft, like penalties for like false starts. Like, to me, when you watching the game live, like, and I used to always think this because I want to throw in this fun fact, that I did play professional female football. And for Atlanta, we had a team back in 2002. So I was like, yeah, I love football. I'm gonna go ahead and just try it out. Of course, made the team because they was trying to build the team. I ain't gonna just say I'm just an athlete. So when I did make the team, it was like, no, I just think I need to be a coach. But I used to always think when I was watching the games from television and, when I used to attend games, I used to think jumping off sides was like, that's just the dumbest penalty to me, I was thinking. But it's so easy to make that penalty, like, period. So, like, but it's like the craziest penalty too, especially when you're watching it from live. So when I kept seeing all those like outsides from our O-line, like, that was ridiculous. Like, that O-line was just off. Then of course we got to speak on Kirk Cousins. Like, come on now. Like, Kirk did not even throw the ball not one time in the first quarter, in the first half. He didn't throw the ball. And then I think he threw for like 112 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Like Kirk is kind of off. You know what I'm saying? Kirk do exactly what Kirk do on these particular plays. Now this is Kirk 1000 on these plays right here. That first touchdown that we have with London, when London was like wide open and Kirk threw that deep ball. That's Kirk gonna do that. Just like Kirk gonna get the bag, Kirk gonna make those type of plays right there. For real, for real. I mean, but that was like basically it. Like if something is going on with Kirk, and I said this and I said this. What week did I say? Cool had the stanky leg. It's something wrong with them too. Like seriously, like point blank. And I feel as though like this particular season, I'm not gonna really bash this season. I'm not gonna really say I'm like totally like let down or disappointed. I feel as though this particular season, to me, I feel like this is a coaches and a coaches staff type blame for this particular season. And not to say our season over with, but I just want to just throw that out. But yeah, it was like, Kirk, something is not right. The only good thing that we had going for the game was our run game and special teams. Like they kept us in the game in our defense, but special teams, like special teams get the game ball. That's how I basically feel. But it was an ugly win, but I'm just like, and I'm so happy we won. I'm so happy that, the people that came out to Vegas, and we came out to Vegas. Like, I'm just so, like, we was like, Atlanta was deep in Vegas, even from the, like being like present here in Las Vegas, and everywhere you turn, you seeing a Falcon fan. Like, that was like what, and I travel to a lot of away games and we get that feeling, but that was like, this here was like times 10, like, yeah, we do it for New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? But, I don't even really be counting it, because we'll do that. But to have a lot of the fans that come out and came out to Las Vegas, like, that was crazy. So I just want to just, touch on that aspect, so I don't cover how the O-line was weak with Kurt. Like, Kurt, man, something is wrong with Kurt. Something is wrong with Cool. Like, it's just something is not really, it's something going on. But I got to give a shout out to our special teams and the Atlanta Falcon fans that was in the building in Vegas. I'm talking about Atlanta came out and showed up. Let me see what else I want to get in real quick on this Tuesday takeaways. Yeah, the coaching staff. I blame everything on the coaching staff. I think the coaching staff is what is going wrong with the ups and downs. Of course, yeah, Kurt, but it's just something like, if the money spent, if the team and the organization feel as though we have to like keep Kirk in the game due to the fact of the money that we pay him, like, you can't worry about that. The money is spent, the money is gone, the money is bye. Like, you can't keep worrying about that. So that shouldn't be a reason. But then on the flip side of it, I look at it like this. So I'm torn between how the coaching staff should handle Kirk. I feel as though it's not a solid game plan of how to really handle the Kirk situation. I feel like that primarily because of the simple fact is, I don't even think we got a game plan. If we know that we're not finna use Cool and something is wrong with Cool, I feel like we need some cool trick plays or something going in. Because if we're not going to kick the field goal and all we're going to do is, kick the ball off, and because something is wrong with Cool, let's try to be creative and use some type of different plays than just running the time off the clock so you can kick the ball off. So I don't feel like our coaching staff have a game plan for the situation that we are going through with our team. Like, and you can tell because our team has no like real identity. Every week is pretty much, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't the offense, it's the defense, it's the O-line, it's the secondary. So it's our coaching staff. Then I want to jump on and I want to get to on this Tuesday takeaway. You know, the buzz is just keep just going, circulating, going, all kind of like crazy about whether or not we should start Penix or just, I'm going to say win out with Kirk. And the only reason why I'm going to say if we're going to win out with Kirk is because, and that's going to lead me into like my perspectives on this particular situation. So if we're going to continue to win with Kirk, I'll say go ahead and leave Kirk in the game. But I feel as though we shouldn't bet it all on Kirk, especially if Kirk is showing signs that, you know, like, no, this is not like a good game for him. I don't feel like we should like continue to play him. And you know, we lose our opportunity because like we bucking and we depending on other teams right now. As sometimes we always fall in that situation. However, that's the rules of the game, period. So leave Kirk in until it's like clear as day that this is a bad game for Kirk and like we need to pivot and we need to pivot to Penix. I personally feel as though, because a lot of people's like, well, now we shouldn't put Penix in because we don't want to blame it on Penix. It's not going to be a blame on Penix from my point of view, because we should understand why Penix is in the game. Penix is in the game because of Kirk. Penix is not in the game to come in with a cape on and save the team. So therefore it shouldn't be looked at as if we do put Penix in, then, you know, the team then gonna be mad at Penix. No, we shouldn't look at it that way because we got to understand why Penix is even in the game. Let's get that understood. So it couldn't be a blame. I just would like to give him opportunities like how other quarterbacks from even his class is getting the on-field experience, the on-the-field, like they on the job training. And I'm speaking of, you know, Jayden Daniels. You know, I'm speaking on how, and then we got to come up that way to even see Jayden. You know, he came, Chicago Commanders, if you guys don't know, you know, he came and basically, we going up there to see him, and he came second pick, in the same class where Penix came out 8. So I feel as though, you know, Jayden is getting on-field experience. Caleb Williams, the first round pick for the Bears, you know, he on the field. So if we don't like start Penix, I feel as though we should designate certain plays to use Penix to put him in the game in certain situations that we know is not what Kirk do. So I feel as though Penix should be used in that manner. I do feel as though like if we can just pull a rabbit out of the hat trick, I feel as though we should, and that's how we should use him, especially if it's clear that Kirk is having a bad game. Like that's a ding 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 to me. Like that's crazy. Like ding ding ding. Like come on, team. That's why I'm saying it's the coaching staff. And that's the most frustrating part about it. Because as a fan, it's easy to look at the team and say, oh, he ain't performing. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. But it's so difficult when it's your coaching staff. I'm blaming the coaching staff. I'm not blaming an individual player. Because one thing I do want to say about Kirk Cousins is the simple fact that Kirk is the only quarterback that suited up with an Atlanta Falcons jersey as a quarterback and had the interactions and the engagement with the fans. We never had a quarterback. We really never really had a player to really engage with the fans. And when Kurt did that, sweat and surf and walking your trap, take off your trap, like that was like I appreciated that from him because a lot of Atlanta fans and a lot of Atlanta people, like, that's what they want to see. And I appreciate him for doing that because, like I said, we've never had a quarterback to play for the Atlanta Falcons that engaged with the fans how much Kurt did. So I really want to, appreciate him on that. But so this is my Tuesday takeaways regarding, my team and the current situation of my team. So I'll see I got my little Freddie right here. Freddie, what do you think we should do? Because a lot of people, no, let me speak on this. Oh, I forgot. Let me speak on this. So a lot of people could not even understand that Penix pick, right? So my thing is now, it was so embarrassing and so upsetting for the Atlanta Falcons fans inside the bins on draft night be booing, cussing, upset on the fact that we picked Penix. I was so pissed off and mad. But one thing about it, I'm so glad I was fan of the year and I was at the draft because I was gonna pop it and because I was gonna make that boy feel welcome. I was not going to have this young man coming to this organization thinking nobody wanted him here because of the simple fact of how the fans was acting. I ain't want that because, and I promise, I always have watched his gameplay. I said on game day when they asked me, who do you think the Falcons should pick? I said they should pick Michael Penix. A lot of people, I felt like every other quarterback was going to be like messed up. I liked his gameplay. Me and my brother spoke up. Me and my nephews, engaged about it. Like, talked about the different options. And I was just saying it. I wasn't thinking that the Falcons should pick him, but I felt like the Falcons should definitely go after a quarterback. And my quarterback of choice that I felt like was an option was going to be Penix. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, I did know we had a quarterback. We had Kirk Cousins, and we paid so much money for Kirk Cousins. But I felt as though we only paid for a quarterback. We needed a quarterback for our franchise. Kirk Cousins was not the quarterback for our franchise. We paid Kirk Cousins. So we paid for a quarterback. So I always felt like we needed a quarterback. And the only quarterback available that I felt like was worthy, was good, I liked his game, that was available for the 8th picks was Penix. And lo and behold, we picked up Penix. So I'm eager to see Penix getting to work too. But I don't want them just to throw my boy out in this fire. I don't want him to feel as though, if he get put in, he gotta put on the cape and save us. No, I don't want that. No, because that's not the case. Because we gotta understand why he in the game anyway. Why he had to come in anyway. But that's my Tuesday takeaways. What else I want to talk about? So I'm gonna do this ding ding ding. Like some people need to be a ding 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 on certain situations because a lot of people don't be thinking on stuff, and that's on life in general. Like if you around somebody and you feel as though like they saying some crazy stuff or the 1 + 1 is not making 2, ding 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 them. Like ding ding ding. Like what? Somebody do something crazy. Like what? Ding, ding, ding. So that's going to be another segment to the Rep Your City podcast. And it's also going to be a segment, homegrown boy gone, homegrown girl gone. That segment is pretty much like the donkey of the day segment. Like homegrown boy gone. Like homegrown girl gone. Like that was crazy. Like why was like that situation? So y'all stay tuned for that. Let's see what else. I want to speak on this Hunter situation, Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. Like, man, what I want. I mean, what is the choice of words? Like, people are some buffoons to like heavily invest um and critique very strongly and aggressively about other people's personal business and lives. Like, speaking on it, yes, but aggressively, it's like ding ding ding, like homegrown boy gone. Like, that's crazy. Like, this man have whatever love he have for his girlfriend. She has whatever love she has for him. They have their own relationship understanding. Why should that even be a problem to you? And then people should also understand that this boy is under the guidance of Deion Sanders. You do not think that Deion is not dropping life jewels into this man? You think he only feeding this man and talking to this man and feeding this man athletic ability? You think he's only feeding to that and speaking only to this man athletic ability? Deion is speaking into this young man, his spirit man, his personal man, his financial situation. Deion is dropping jewels on this guy. So y'all don't even have to say nothing. Like, I feel like that's an insult to Deion, that y'all feel as though like Travis Hunter, or y'all need to talk to Travis Hunter, or Travis Hunter need to watch out for his girlfriend. Y'all don't think Deion is like got that boy fully covered? Like, I wasn't even gonna bank that a part of the little segment, but I forgot that was going on. Like, is y'all crazy? Leave them cheering alone. Them cheering. Like, leave them children alone. But yeah, so this is your girl April Showers. I'm live from Las Vegas with my Tuesday takeaways. Yeah, like, I want to just like still like, man, the city was in the building. The city was in the building in Las Vegas, in every building down the strip. And the strip is like long, like I just can't say that enough. Like I love seeing the city turn up and turn out. I definitely love to see the city turn up and turn out. I don't even know. Yeah. So I just definitely want to. Let's see what I want. Oh, so I did get like game day takeaways. So normally when we go to the away games, we'll meet the players in at the away tunnel, or even outside or whatever, or when they're running across the field to go to the locker room, they'll give us some of their game day gear. This is my game day gear from week 15. It's Terrell's game day glove. So I did that. And oh, when we had our Falcons party, that party was lit. I added another signature to my fan of the year jersey. So my fan of the year jersey, I definitely have to get more signatures on my fan of the year jersey before I actually officially retire my jersey. So I got to get all the signatures pretty much on this fan of the year jersey. So I definitely always had Bijan because he signed this when I was at the NFL Honors. But also this weekend, I got Roddy White to sign my fan of the year jersey. What else? I showed you guys my Terrell, AJ Terrell signed game day. And I got my boy Penix. Like, I got a couple of signatures from Penix. You know, I got a personalized Penix hat that he sent me, and another jersey, my Dirty Chick jersey that Penix signed in Philly. But I got the opportunity to meet up with Penix and have him to sign my Penix jersey week 15. So yeah, that was just my Tuesday takeaways. You know, I'm just go ahead and recap my Tuesday takeaways. Thank you guys for joining the Rep Your City Takeaway Tuesdays podcast. yeah, so I broke down like pretty much saluting the city, the whole entire Atlanta Falcons fans to show up. Like I have not seen such a large capacity of Falcon fans invade another city outside of like what we did when we went to Houston. Um yeah, we invade New Orleans as well, but it was like a ATL Atlanta Falcons takeover in Vegas. And I know the flights was high. We could not understand why the flights were so high in Vegas. And guess what? The flights were so high in Vegas because they had a rodeo convention in town. So it was a lot of cowboys in town, real cowboys. I ain't talking about um Parson and them. I'm talking about like real live rodeo cowboys in town and cowgirls in town. So that's why the flights were so high. It's crazy. But anyway, so you know, my takeaway Tuesdays definitely had to start off with saluting the Falcon fans for showing up in Vegas. Like red and black. Like showed up and took over. Like definitely did. And then I gave my pros and cons from this week's game. Definitely my con would be like the O-line with all the offside penalties. Kirk Cousins and his play is not up to par. We ain't seen Kirk Cousins balling since he threw that 509 really against the Bucks. Like, I mean, like I think he threw for like 112 yards. Like, come on. So I gave my cons for that. You know, my pros of the game was our run game and our special teams, and our defense. So it was an ugly win, but we got the win. We got the win, period. Like, we got the win. That's all that matters. Definitely spoke on my boy Penix and the Kirk Cousins and who should start. At the end of the day, I feel as though, hey, if we winning, like just go ahead and just keep Cuz in the game. Just go ahead and keep him in the game. But if it's clear that Kirk Cousins is having a bad game, then the coaches need to pull him quickly, ASAP. Like bump it. Like period. Like, and the rabbit out of the hat trick is to use our number 8 pick. And that's that number 9 Penix. Like, so I went over that. And I talked about the coaching staff is what I feel as though the issue and the problem is. It's the coaching staff. So at any rate, I also brought in, we're going to do this new segment that I got coming up in 2025. It's Ding, Ding, Ding. Like anybody just talking crazy, saying some crazy stuff, not putting the one, not making the 1 + 1 2. It ain't making sense. Ding, ding, ding these folks. Like, it's ding, ding, ding. It's time for people like ding, ding, ding. Sometimes we need to ding, ding, ding. Maybe if we ding, 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 then they'll know, well, damn. Like, ding, ding. Let me think about this. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, I'm going to throw in the segment, homegrown boy gone, homegrown girl gone. That's like a segment like, don't kill the day. So that's also going to be something new on the Rep Your City podcast coming in 2025. So, yeah, again, this is your girl, April Showers, the AKA Dirty Chick, the AKA ATL Homegirl. I'm live from Las Vegas. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to my Tuesday takeaways. You know, it was just some little quick stuff that I wanted to just share. But, y'all, be good to yourself and be good to others. And don't be good. Be great. Peace out, A-Town down.